Hello viewers, welcome to this tutorial. In the previous session we learned about CSV. Some of you might think CSV is complex, but I'm being honest with you, CSV is so helpful. If we're using the read line and the others, we'll have so many spaces between which that is not what we actually want to do. So CSV is a library, okay, which is made available so we can easily navigate through the individual values. So I'm sure one thing will be confusing for you. At the beginning of files, I made mention, I think in the second tutorial, that it's good not to be having so many variables. That will be one thing that will be confusing, because if you make a mistake and say my file, okay, and you run this code, it gives you, it leaves a whole lot of spaces, but that is not what we actually want to do. That is why I advise that just use single variables, so the same name of variables throughout all one single file. Okay, that is what I'm trying to say. So if you have this file here as my file, don't bring another one as my data. You are just naming more variables while you can just overwrite to this one. Okay, so this tutorial is just to kind of enhance on what the CSV actually does, teach you what it means so you can just appreciate it and know how to use single variables to access it. Really truly helps. It reduces the stress in your code, it reduces the space allotted to your program through memory, and your software is really reliable when it's running and other stuff, unless you would like to use this my file within this code, okay, within this code. But if you're not going to use my file within this code, just forget about it. And there is one more thing I didn't explain, which is indentation, because you already know indentation. Okay, so you realize there's a colon here and all these things are indented, so check them out and know you have to implement the indentation. So this is just an enhancement of what I taught previously. So now let me print something to you a little for you to understand. So I did this in the previous tutorial, but I just want to enhance on it again. I have print my data. Okay, I just want you to appreciate this one, so you end up changing the name of this variable to this one. Don't worry, you understand it. Okay, so just check it out. Now the variable called my file, which you already know, receives all these things. Okay, so it is an IO wrapper which consists of everything we want to do. But the truth being told, you will not use this thing again in your code. Immediately you convert it to CSV, you might not need this again. Okay, do you get it? Unless you will need it one day, but it is hard. I don't want to say it's hard. You might just not need it. You might not need this file again, because if you really want to read again from another file, you might use some other method to read from a file. Okay, so, or you might call another width. Right, I'll teach you that one as well. You might call another width. So what we actually want to do is this file we have here, or this variable as my file, which is a receiver of everything we have here. You might not need it again, apart from calling it here. Okay, apart from assigning my data to actually the data that to be read from my file, you will not need this anymore. So what I advise is your main focus will become my data. So my data is what your focus will be. You will not mind this my file, in as much as because you have directed all the data to my data. All right, so what I advise you to do is stop. We shouldn't waste much memory space on declaring so much variables. Variables are needed, but I've declared something called my file. I just have to bring it again. Let me teach you this so you appreciate it more. Let me kind of close all this then. All right, check this out. If I have a value called 4, okay, 4, all right, and I have I assign value and I print value, and I assign value equals 6, okay, and I print value. Now the value of value changes. It's interesting. The data in value changes. So the first data is 4, the second data is 6. Why? Because this name of this variable here is the same name I've given to this variable, so it will overwrite the data within the variable. If I go and say value plus equals, I know you guys know this, 6. Okay, if you don't know, just check the previous tutorial. This is the same as value equals value plus 6. Okay, so this is just a reliable way of writing the one at the top. So what will happen is it will say a new variable is declared called value, and the value within the variable is this value, okay, which is 4 plus 6, so making 10. So this variable will be overwritten. So if I run this code, that is what will happen. So if I run this code, we have 10. Okay, the first value is 4, the second value is overwritten, so it becomes 10. Alright, so this is what I just want you to understand when it comes to overwriting your variables, so you don't end up having so much variables within your code, so you will not slow down your program. So that's the same thing I want us to do here. So we have my file. don't bother declaring my data again. Overwrite it after you use it. So you can say my file, okay, and after my file you say equals csv.reader my file. So every data here will be assigned to my file, so you will not end up having two variables. Then after we will print my file. So check what happens with my file. It will no more be an IO wrapper, but it will be CSV. Oh, that is it. So this is what we have. So you don't have so much variables, so you can just go straight to the point and say for current value. Okay, so I like to leave spaces most often. For current value in my file, okay, print current value. So this makes everything simple. All right, so you don't need to have so many variables to wonder which one is this. It reduces the occurrence of errors, unless you know you use this my file, which is rare to find. I mean, so rare. I've been using files, I even use it for database, as I told you. It was rare to find such occasions. Okay, so don't I didn't even find one occasion, to be honest. So this is what you have to know. Just try to rename your file to or rename the variable here as the same name kind of you have here, so it kind of overwrites it. So you don't need to have multiple variables within your code. All right, but don't be using this in all parts of your code. Some variables will be needed, but at this point just don't be using this stuff. And it really helps, and everything you have to know. So this is what you have to know for this tutorial, and knowing how to access the individual files within my file. Then after, if you have an if statement and you want to do something with them, it really helps. So CSV classifies your data as a list, and if your data is then a list, you can go through the individual indexes and do all your comparison and every other thing you want to do. So it's interesting having CSV. So watch out for the next tutorial. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. Like the videos if they're informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing as well, and hit the bell if you have not, so you get our updates by default. Thank you.